Hey everyone, this is Sarah at Health by Sarah. This week I want to give you a peek what's inside my fridge, and as a general rule I only buy things that are real food and try to buy organic ingredients only, or pasture raised meats, cheeses, and eggs as much as we can afford. So let's go ahead and take a look at my fridge. We're gonna start on one of the side doors. So this is raspberry preserves that are organic. You want to definitely get berries that are organic, and I'll just give you a peek at what the ingredients are there. Then this is natural food dye. This is India tree, and it's red, yellow, and blue. I haven't used it very frequently just because I don't cook with food dye, but I know when I was making my husband's red velvet cake, that was very important to me to get natural food coloring, but we've used it for other things as well. Here we have organic Dijon mustard, organic ketchup, organic ground mustard, organic regular mustard, and then we have organic hickory barbecue sauce, and that was going really great on our pasture-raised pork chops. Then we have toasted sesame oil, which I just purchased recently. I am now trying to only purchase fats or oils, nuts and seeds as needed, and not to purchase them just because I see a deal at the store, because I know especially nuts and seeds and seed oils like sesame oil can go rancid very quickly, and even something very stable like tallow could even go bad eventually. So try not to buy things in large quantities like that unless you plan on using it quickly, or unless you plan on storing it in the freezer would probably be the best for fats to really preserve them a long time. These are just some homeopathic remedies for us here. Up here I have homemade kimchi from Korean Paleo. I use the recipe there. These are some homemade pickles. I really like to do that every year, and my favorite way is having them with fresh dill and garlic in there, and I put other seasonings like peppercorns. That's more homemade kimchi, but this is the daikon radish kimchi. That's actually my favorite. I just love the crunch from it. This around. So my fridge doesn't like it that I have had it open for so long. There's some organic salsa here, and I think this is just pickle juice and maybe some, yeah, there's some garlic left over in there. Then there's some more homemade pickles, and this is apple kvass that I made a while back. And if you've ever had beet kvass, you can make kvass out of even fruit too. So it's very simple to do. Maybe I will show you a video on that someday. This is raw cow's milk from grass-fed cows. That is what we drink for milk in this house. And then I noticed we were low on milk, so I got one out of the freezer that I had preserved from before. Then I'm actually not really sure what to do with these. These are raw cacao beans that my mother-in-law gifted to us, and I really don't know how to use them, but I don't want to waste them either. So if you guys have any idea of what to do exactly with them, please let me know in the comments. This is my husband's lunch. Kind of cool thing about that is it's like a mini crock pot heater. He really doesn't like a cold lunch or heating things up in the microwave. Just doesn't taste as good. So I found him this little mini crock pot, and he loves it to heat up his lunch. You can like, what we had for dinner today was rice and some kale. So I have that in there, as well as some skirt steak cut up in there, so he can just simply plug it in where his desk is, and within, I think he said 30 minutes, it starts to get the temperature that he likes it at. Then we have a few organic tortillas, and it's just these simple ingredients right here. This is some leftover Italian sausage from a farmer, homemade sauerkraut. I'm gonna put that up there. And then we have sprouted burger buns. We had burgers for dinner today, or for lunch and for dinner. And sprouted sesame seed bagels. These are both from the same company, Alvarado Street, and they have better ingredients in them. Same with this bread right here. And you definitely want to try to get organic wheat if you can, because it's heavily sprayed with glyphosate. So here I have homemade milk kefir. You can see the whey really separated on this one. That's all that's up here. Normally I have my milk kefir grains in here, but I am currently making some outside of the fridge, and I also have water kefir grains normally, but they're also fermenting a new batch of water kefir, and I have a couple second ferments on there. I do have videos on my channel for both milk kefir and water kefir. And we normally get eggs from the farmer, but we were completely, we kind of missed them at the wrong time. So here, 3 dozen eggs we got. There's 1 leftover hamburger, which I will make for myself tomorrow for my daughter. And then Earth Fare had a bunch of sales on grass-fed meat today. So I got stew beef, sirloin tip roast. This is leftover skirt steak, which I will make more of. And then we have fajita meat. So probably some of this I will stick in the freezer tomorrow. This is the produce store. We have organic pears that I got from Aldi today. Cauliflower. They did not have organic cauliflower. I just got some vegetables for us, and we have organic carrots here. We have some organic tomatoes here, leftover organic pepper, and we got this organic butter lettuce for our burgers. And then we have asparagus, which I will make this week as well. Then we have the cheese drawer. So I have some shredded Swiss cheese. I get this cultured organic butter from Sprouts, and they actually have a very good price. For 4 sticks of butter, it is $6, and that's just a little more expensive than Kerrygold, but it is USDA Organic Valley as well. I don't always buy Organic Valley, but when I can afford to. We have slices of cheese from my husband's bagels in the morning, his egg bagel sandwich, mozzarella cheese. Actually, this is the only one I have found of mozzarella cheese where it doesn't use part skim. It's actually the full fat, which is awesome. And my husband, my oldest, and I'm pretty sure the 3 of us, that's our favorite cheese ever. All right, finally to the door, we have organic olives, more apple kvass, and then I got this organic harissa paste. I showed it in an earlier video, but I guess if you just want some more spiciness to your dish, or if you have a specific use for it, I found that at Earth Fare. Then this is cacao from Nicaragua. I gotta ask my mother-in-law again what to do with that, because it kind of it doesn't dissolve. Let me know if you guys have any tips with that. This is organic apothecary. It's just tart cherry concentrate. Then we have organic lime juice. This is homemade mayonnaise with avocado oil, and I made the recipe from Korean Paleo. I also made gochujang, I hope I said that right, from Korean Paleo, and it's just that red chili paste to use in dishes. But I will caution you guys, if you have a sensitive stomach whatsoever, try to use a very small amount at a time. This is homemade tallow I made recently. Oh, I forgot to show you over here. This is homemade muscadine jam from my in-laws' farm. They have muscadine vines. And this is our beer jar. So we have a couple bottles of wine. That vanilla Coke is my husband's. I hope to get him off soda eventually. But then we have vanilla porter and red oak. That's from a local brewery in Whitsett, North Carolina. And they use what is called, I'll show you on the back, Reinheitsgebot, which is the 1516 German purity law, and it only has Bavarian malted barley, noble hops, and lager yeast, and that is the rule of that purity law. And it is brewed without any of the 400 additives and preservatives allowed in U.S. beers, unfiltered and unpasteurized. So these are actually really great tasting beers, and much better for you than commercial beer because it doesn't have preservatives and additives, as I said, because they're using the German purity law. I plan on doing 2 more videos, one for our freezer and one for our deep freezer. Let me know in the comments what you guys struggle with as far as buying real food, and maybe I can give you some tips. So I'd love to hear what you struggle with. Just let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and you will know when I post. And until next time, bye.